Hello, and welcome back to the show.
I want it loud, bass bleeding out. I think I like you, baby, I want you around. I take you out, we hit the town. I'm such a gentleman, my mama would be proud.
Now, obviously, it's been a cool minute since I've been back on the show. It's been a cool minute since I made a video. It's been a cool minute since I posted anything, in a long while. But yeah, how y'all doing? You can see by the title of what we're doing. I don't really want to go too much into an intro. All I'll say for right now, because I just want to get to the music and get this video up, plus the other ones that I've had uploaded for a cool minute. That extended period that I took, definitely much needed. And you know, I'm feeling better about everything, but baby steps. Still trying to like get that spark to really just film, edit, and then post again. So, like I said, baby steps. I'm still gonna go about this fair and with a little bit of energy, but it's been different trying to film. So, trying to get that spark back, but I'm also trying to keep the videos entertaining. So, this will be the first of a few, and then you got a whole lot of other suggestions coming as well. And then there's new albums that are out also. We got the 2 Chainz album, Solange, Billie Eilish just dropped. There's a bunch on the way, but definitely taking my time with everything now. I understand people might be upset because they're waiting for stuff, and I understand all that. All I can say is it'll get up when it gets up. It'll be posted when it's posted. Yeah, so let's jump into the album and see what these guys are talking about. This is Favorite Worst Nightmare from Arctic Monkeys. Number 1, Brainstorm. That guitar riff is sick. I like that. Reminds me of The Offspring a lot. That's crazy. Yeah, we starting off high energy, very in your face with it. The delivery. I mean, I already love this guy's voice. I love how just weird and, you know, proper it comes across, but it has so much edge to it and has such a distinct tone that, you know, it's always interesting to listen to. No matter like where you pick to listen from, if it's the new stuff or the old stuff. Like, I'm kind of seeing now, even off of the first song, I mean, like, I can kind of see where people would want them to stay, because this definitely feels like the music that a lot of people love for bands to stay doing. This feels like that sound that the fans always want to be retained through every single album. I don't know what Weezer fans want from them anymore, because it just seems like they can't do right by anybody. But from the conversations that I had in the comments of the casino, and I know it's Tranquil Base Hotel and Casino, I believe is the correct way of saying the whole thing. Just from the conversations in those comments, I can see that a lot of people seek after this older sound. When was this? 2007? Okay, yeah, so, 12 years ago? Wow. But anyways, yeah, I can see that, you know, this is around, I believe Dookie was released in 2006 or something like that, so, that backyard, grungy, very attitude-filled, you know, essence was still very prominent. I believe My Chemical Romance and Panic were still doing stuff too. Yeah, Fall Out Boy and all of them. I believe Fall Out Boy put out Under the Court Tree in 2006. I may be wrong, but again, like, that very alternative sound, but like to the point where it was like very, like, you know, this is the stuff that people be like, well, what do you, why are you listening to that? Like, it has such a off-putting tone, but it's so different and it's so inviting at the same time. Like to somebody that only listens to a certain kind of music, I feel like this would be an automatic turn off the first listen. You know, a lot of people are like, well, if the first song doesn't slap, then I'm not going to listen to it. And I'm just like, all right, well, then albums aren't for you. Just stick to singles. But if you wanted to open up your versatility and open up your taste and, you know, dabble in different genres, you know, knowing that everybody's playing an instrument here, knowing that everything is coming off very expressive, I think is something that would draw anybody. So, you know, I love that off the first listen, it's already such a burst of energy, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So let's keep going. Number 2, Teddy Picker. Okay, the melody is so weird, but I like it. Sounds beautifully done. So again, I can definitely see the difference in everything. So I'm kind of guessing like after AM came out, and I believe that was 2013. You know, that was a bit more stripped down. Like Arabella sounds nothing like that, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna sound like anything else that's on here either. But I mean, I don't see why the hate was so intense for Tranquil Bass, but I really thought AM was great, and I heard a lot of people hated that one too. So I don't know. Again, going back to everything I said on the Tranquil Bass video, like, is it because this was so essential for people and everything else is such a departure? Like, I can usually tell that when, you know, an R&B artist will make a pop record for an attempted crossover or an attempt to make something really, really catchy. Like, you know, a lot of people felt a certain type of way when Nicki Minaj put out Starships. And, you know, not only because it sounded just like, Yeah, 3 Times by Chris Brown, but, you know, you go from someone that's saying, broke bitches so crusty, disgust me, get a bitch a ride, got the Continental Dusty, trust me, I keep a couple hundreds in a duffy, couple wet wipes, kiss the bum, try to touch me, ew. I'm the Terminator. Bitch talk slick, I'ma have to terminate her. These other nappy-headed hoes need a Perminator. You my seed, I'll spray you with the Germinator. To, let's go to the beach, each, let's go get away. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, clean, found a Bud Light. Bad bitches like me, it's hard to come by. You know what I mean? Like, it's very different. But that song skyrocketed in success. People despised her for it. People were like, you not hip-hop for this. But it's like, you got to do what you got to do to maintain relevancy. She's performing that song right now all over the world. And they all going crazy for that record, Pound the Alarm, all those EDM records she did with Red One and David Guetta, excuse me. She's still making money off of, first and foremost. Super Bass is about to be, if not already, Diamond, and that's a pop record from Pink Friday. You know, like, I don't know how any artist can go about that constant thought of wanting their fans to be happy and expecting them to understand when they create. So many fans like to keep them in that specific box that they know them for. And, oh, well, I fell in love with such and such, and I want them to do that over and over again. And it's like, that's an unrealistic expectation. So, I don't know. I can see why people would, I guess, detach from records like AM and Tranquil Bass, hearing 2 songs of their, I want to say this is their second album or third. Oh, that I'm not sure on. The other years, the years that I mentioned, I'm kind of confident on, except for 2007 because I'm looking at it. But yeah, I feel like that's probably the only way that it would make sense for me, because this is something that you grew up on. This is something that caused you to follow the band and follow the people, and to see them doing something that isn't what you know them for, it can definitely be off-putting, and it can be jarring, of course. But I don't know. I feel like to just spew hate at them and you guys need to go back and do what you. I mean, they don't have to do anything. Technically, they don't have to give us albums at all. It's really up to them. So I don't know. I just feel like there should be a better understanding of that between what the artists do and what the fans want. And I get it, like, the artists need to be grateful for the fans, but the fans also have to be grateful for the music. So that's my 2 cents on it. The song is incredible, by the way. I'm sorry for straying off, but yeah, 2 songs in and I'm loving it. It's crazy. Number 3, D is for Dangerous. Ooh, that pattern switch is nice. I love this. Wow, yeah, current favorite by far. I live for the breakdown. You can make a breakdown dope as hell. Songs flying. Songs already flying, but it'll soar with that great breakdown. Number 4. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. Balaclava. Balaclava. I'm going with balaclava. All right, that's two attempts off the bat. Hopefully, I'm right. Let me know what it is. Harmony come through. All right, next song title rhymes. Number 5, Fluorescent Adolescent. And it's got to start by it, so this is a popular one. Let's check it out. Kind of has a no doubt feel to it. I like that. Waiting for Gwen Stefani to come through. Hey. That's crazy. His delivery on this is flawless. I love how everything is all coming together. And I love how clean the album sounds too. Number 6, Only Ones Who Know. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Well, I'm sure you get memories to be made, and I hope you're holding hands by New Year's Eve. They made it far too easy to believe that bit better on your own. You're the only ones who know. I actually really like that number 6. The halfway point of the album is where the energy shifted. Like, we had these 5 insane, high energy, really, really dope compositions with a lot of just, I don't even want to say angst, because I say angst way too much when it comes to alternative and rock and stuff, but they're so well done, and they've got so much passion and not only the delivery, but just the songs as an entity on their own. Like, they all exist, and they all have their own energy to them. Like, they all bring up different emotions. Like, Fluorescent Adolescent was very bubbly, very warm, and very positive. It had this whole upbeat feel. And then you had the whole like backyard moshing concert going crazy with the other four. So I like that. Now that we've given you all of this, we're gonna flip it a little bit. I think I like the direction of this album a little more than what I liked from AM when I first heard it, because I felt like AM was very cool guy. You know what I mean? Like, very cool. We're in a band and we've been around for a while and we're gonna make this cool sounding album. That's why I always think of the Black Keys whenever I hear "Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High." I always think of that type of sound. It feels very upper class, next level. And AM was, it was a moment for me. That's back when I was listening to like Arcade Fire and Vampire Weekend and stuff. So I remember AM being the album that drew me the most. Like, the Vampire Weekend album was great too. Step is still my favorite song from him. Every time I step to my girl. That shit was crazy. I love that song. But an Arcade Fire album, I think Reflector is the jam from that one. Yeah. I'll go into it another time, but yeah. So I got into all of that. That was kind of like that phase that I was going through then, where everything I listened to was alternative and just different sounding music. So yeah, I can see that some people would feel like they lost some personality as the years went on, or the edge and that fire that was so prominent in this album. I could see where they would kind of feel distant from AM. I feel like some of it returned on Tranquil Bass though, but yeah, AM has a very lounge feel to it, which is another reason why I like it. Like, it feels like very suit and tie, very formal. And this is more out in the open, wild energy, wild and free, really. Like, definitely more expressive. But I think the music is all still very great. I love the cohesion of this one, but I love the feel of the later albums, if that makes sense. Like, I like that everything on this album feels like it's supposed to be there, and I love how this is very, at the height of what they wanted to do, I guess, because I haven't heard the debut, so I can't really say it's raw and everything, but I feel like if this is second or third, they're a season in or a couple seasons in, and they are more aware of what they want to do with their sound. It definitely doesn't sound like they're rookies to music. It doesn't sound like they're experimenting. Like, I love how clear and how cleanly put together the music is. And that's, again, what I said about the Muse album. That's what makes it so timeless. That's what makes it stick around. Like, something like this could drop in 2019 and go crazy. I'm sure that the people were loving it in 2007, but if something like this were to come out right now, it would go crazy. Like the new Tame Impala record, crazy. New Foster the People, dope. That's already a lane, and people are already still making their sound great. So I just really am happy to check all this out. I'm happy to get it now, but it's even better to hear it and know that I could hear it now and still feel the same way about it, even off of first listen. Like, if an album just like this was to come out now, I'd be in love with it. I'd be like, yo, this sounds great. Like, I love this. I love the composition. I love the lyrics. I love the delivery and the vocals. I love the choices in the music, the choices in where the riffs go, the off melodies that are on at the same time. Like, it's beautiful to hear, but it's even more beautiful that it's music that can withstand the test of time, which a lot of music can't do these days. So, beautiful stuff. Let's get to the second half of the album. Number 7, Do Me a Favor. Okay, we're gonna shift the energy right back. I like it. Okay. I love that. That's crazy. Might have a new favorite on my hands. This is dope. Oh, that guitar. Oh, it's so simple, but so perfect. If those three strums, that just don't, that's fire. Definitely the new favorite. That's something I walk away with. Take it with me. I'll play that on any walk that I have. I'll spin that at a gig. I don't even care. Flawless song. Beautiful. That's in contention with my jam off of Tranquil Bass. So shout out again. If it wasn't obvious already, that's 7 for 7. The album's crazy. I can see why this got voted to be the first next suggestion from them. So I'm happy with it. Let's see if it continues. Number 8. This house is a circus. Say what? Give it to me now. Hey. That's incredible. You see what I'm saying? How it's off, but it works? That's crazy. Oh, that's so crazy. It has such a chaotic feel to it. And like I said, the off elements are so beautiful because they're off but they're on at the same time. Like that guitar picking in the back during the whole ensemble, that doesn't go with the melody, but it does. Like key wise, pitch wise, they're in two different things, but it all gives that circus chaotic feel. Not only is it on in the way that it comes off and the energy that it has, but it's also on in the fact that it all works with it being unorthodox. Like it doesn't sound like a typical melody. It doesn't sound like a melody that's already been done. It doesn't sound like a catchy melody at all. It sounds original. It sounds like somebody was just messing around in the studio. Dum 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 dum, and someone said, "Yo, wait. Use that." And they're like, "What?" But it doesn't, like, you could have some pushback on the melody like that, but the randomness of it and the weird nature of it is so weird that it's right. It's so wrong that it's right. It's so off that it's on. That's crazy. I love that one. That was dope. Shout out. Number 9. If you were there, beware. Okay. That's insane. Oh my god. Completely gives the song an entirely new feel. That's amazing. Oh my god. Wow. that one time. Hey. I think the best part about that, and with the album as a whole, it feels like an entire dream. It has such a, it's not confusing, like it's not, oh, I don't understand what's going on. I just love how, there's so much energy, there's so much happening, but like I said, it's cohesive and it's so well put together. It feels like the whole album is a story, really. Like, I don't know if it's a concept album or not, but it definitely feels like one. There feels like there's this whole cinematic element going on while you're listening to the music. Like, that entire song was 3 different songs in one. The opening, then it was the beat, then they switched the beat, then they had that whole breakdown where it was kind of whimsical like a circus, following up on the last song, which was beautifully done, and then they brought it back. So I absolutely love that. I mean, I already love that whole, we're going to transform the song while you're listening to the song. Like, I love that. One of the main reasons I love Prince so much and Frank Ocean so much, because they love to do that. They love to play with that. Well, Prince loved to play with that. Rest his soul. But yeah, I love the composition has been so expert level from start to finish. And I know I only have a couple more tracks to go, but I'm very impressed. I really love just the nature of the album. It feels so purely put together. It feels like everything was handled with care, but it feels like they accomplished something they weren't even trying to accomplish. Like, I know, I bet they just felt like, oh, we just have this great music, but like, there's so much more to experience with the album. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't an intention to add to the music, but it exists for me, and I'm running with it. I love that I'm getting multiple feelings off this first listen. Coming up on the last bit of tracks, number 10, The Bad Thing. Such a classic feel. I love it. What? To attack me, he's not the jealous type, and I only need to get half an excuse, and I'm away entirely sure. His delivery on this is crazy. Yeah. No excuse. Number 11, Old Yellow Bricks. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. What? And again, you hear that? Again, it don't fit the melody, but it does. Oh, that's crazy. It's not in tune with it, but it still fits being in the song in general. Oh, that's crazy. And lastly, number 12, 505. Or is it SOS? Because 5s are also used for S's. Or is it 505? Let's find out. Well, y'all already know. Let me find out. I'm going back to 505. 505. That guitar is crazy. Stop and wait a sec. There's no harsher than the park. Middle of adventure, such a perfect place. Ooh, that guitar is hitting. Oh, that guitar is so gorgeous. Wow. I for real just got lost in that song real quick. Wow. That's so gorgeous. Beautiful ending. Beautiful ending to a beautiful album, really. I don't want to talk anybody's ear off. I don't want to talk too much, but yeah, I mean, I definitely have a better understanding of where a lot of the fans felt like they abandoned that sound or whatever. Like hearing how focused the energy was on this album definitely makes me wonder what led them to do or go to the sound that was AM. And because AM I think was such a commercial success, because I remember that album being everywhere when it dropped. I mean everywhere. Because that modern sound was so popular, CW was always looking for stuff like that for their shows and their promotions, and a lot of people were reaching out to bands and alternative music for scores and movies and stuff. Like I'm pretty sure What You Know by Two Door Cinema Club got used more times than anybody can count for somebody getting ready in the morning, and they're trying to put their clothes on but they're falling over, like the awkward main character. You know what I'm talking about. But because the attitude is so different on this album, and the sound is there's more of a punk feel to it. There's more of an edge, really. I think this is more engaging than, say, Do I Want to Know? You know what I mean? To compare something like Teddy Picker to Arabella or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's two very different energies. But I think the lead singer's vocals are just so important for the music, first and foremost, because he's got such a wonderful tone. I love that English rock sound. Like, I really love how English rock sounds and how the British people sound when they sing. Like, I love how they can mask their voices. And yeah, their accent will peep through every now and then, but it's a beautiful thing to hear their tone over music. I think the UK acts do a wonderful job of just putting emotion in music and putting passion in music. I think they're brilliant at that. So, like I said, I can kind of see, I have a little bit more of an understanding, but I think I'll get it more when I go to the first album, and either the album after this or the album before this. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Every song on here is beautiful. Every song on here is great. There's a lot to love, and there's a whole experience within the experience. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got lost in the last song, and it felt like a whole different. I felt like I got transported to a whole different dimension where I was just watching this play out somewhere, and I love that. I feel like music is supposed to make you feel and make you feel like you're not in reality. I feel like it's supposed to detach you. Like, I feel like that's when it's done the best, when it can take you out of any situation that you're dealing with, and all you're caring about is those 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes even of the song that you're listening to. I love when music can do that for you. If you didn't get from the intro, I'm not too happy right now, but I was during the whole 37-minute listen of the album, because I think music is just, if you couldn't tell from the channel, music is just something that I hold very, very dear to my heart, and it's something I care for deeply. Like, that's the only reason I'm making it again, because I kind of rediscovered my love for creating it. Like, I'm always gonna love listening to it, but making it is a whole different kind of love. So I feel like there's a lot of love. I feel like there's a lot of love that went into this. I feel like they're all a tight-knit group. Like, I never hear or see drama about them. I haven't heard any, like, in-band quarrels and shit. Like, I haven't heard anything like that about them. I just hear that they make their music, they tour, they do what they do. So it's beautiful to see and hear that. But the album was just so damn good. I mean, just so damn good. Like, that D is for Dangerous, that Do Me a Favor is so crazy. Oh, man. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to talk too much, but I'm very happy to be restarting back on the suggestions with this. After this, I got Hamilton, Paramore, Bastille, Lanka, more Muse, because y'all Muse fans are going crazy on the videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like, you'll never know. And like I mentioned, we got the other new albums coming out too. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. This was so much fun, such a great experience, and I'm very, very happy that this was the most voted one for the Arctic Monkeys poll. So thank y'all very much. Comment below which one you want me to do next, or comment if you want me to do a poll to see which one you want me to do next. That way, I know what you guys want, and I'll know what to bring to you next. That's going to do it for this episode of the Tune-Up. That's going to do it for this suggestion. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I don't want to raise any concerns. I don't want anybody to be alarmed or nothing. I always want to be transparent with all the others still watching. Crazy that we're almost at 9,000 subs, like less than 300 away from 9,000 subs, which is just insane. Thank you guys so much. We're less than 80,000 views away from 1 million total channel views, which is also insane. Again, thank you so much for the continued support. It means the world. Like, share, subscribe, the whole nine. You know the bitch, you know what it is. Again, I've already said it 4 times. Thank you so much for everything. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.